G'day guys, welcome to Rumble's Fish Room. So I want to do a bit of a bizarre video. So I've got a pair of Flowerhorns. They're really not getting along. It's the first time I've had a pair together that the female is tubes all the way down, complete breeding dress and ready to rock, and the boy's not interested. Now I know why he's not interested or why she's not letting him near, but what I plan on doing, I'm going to set the camera up on a tripod, I'm going to record the fish, and I'm going to do a voiceover, but I want to set the camera up and I'll clip the start of the video and the end, so what the footage you see is without a human presence in the room. We've got to crank the light. We've got 15 minutes of light time. We need to find a tripod. Blake commented the other day saying I should get another tripod. I've got another tripod. I just need to order a little swivel piece to go on the top because the tripod is static and I can't tilt the camera. Does that make sense? I'm sure Blake will understand if he's watching. But let me find the tripod and I'll see you in the voiceover. Alright, so I was going to start off this video by saying that the male is just a bit too young to breed in this situation. He's a lot younger than her, believe it or not, even though there's size difference, right? But it turned out to be way different to what I was expecting. Bit of a look into the future, these two actually ended up breeding like straight after I made this video. And the eggs were fertile, so congratulations to them. I now have a batch of F3 from my child's line. I don't really know whether I should give it a name or just keep calling it child's line or what I should do, but anyway, let's have a look at the behavior. So when I left the room, you look, see, they're not getting along, but I think maybe this was just after I left the room, and my presence, every time I watched them they were like this, like very hostile and trying to get each other. But I think like once I was gone and they actually calmed down, there was no human presence, you'll see that they kind of started to get along and clean the plate. I definitely think that's the thing with Flowerhorns. When I have like pairs together and that, they definitely seem aggressive when I start feeding the fish room, and like then I'll be scared to leave them together, but like when I leave the room then I come back like 12 hours later, there's no scratches on them or anything, they haven't hurt each other, but then when I come back again they look like they're going to hurt each other, if that makes sense. So this isn't actually my first selection of the F2 boys that I would choose to breed. He basically is a long body version of what I would want to breed. You guys have seen the short body. I don't actually have him anymore, I sent him over east, but there was a short body boy who looked almost identical to this full body boy. That would have been my choice of breeding. Short body's not my favourite, but I really like to dazzle in the fine line between short body and full body. I do like a short body if it's in proportion, but I don't like the bonsai body style. And also I will say the F1 girl definitely isn't my best select of the girls. I never really had an actual desire to breed this pair. It just kind of happened. I was trying to stock up the boy to sell him, and then she dropped her tubes, so I just took the divider out. This girl I was actually just growing out for myself to see if you'll notice like it's a bit hard to see because she's in breeding dress, but the back half of her body is quite grey and not very red, and I was trying to isolate her to see if she would go a bit more red. I was also trying to give her a bit of red enhancing food. So I'm not sure how far into this video, but there's actually a chance that she was laying eggs when this was recording, because when I was actually in a bit of a hurry when I was filming this. I raced in and grabbed the camera and filmed the outro, but I didn't actually have a really good look at the tank. So you'll see they're still being hostile here. I don't know where it's gonna if it's gonna show it in this video or not. It is, because I've watched this video myself before I started recording. But basically it's like if a flip switches in his head, might be here, and all of a sudden, bam! Look, I've been out of the room for 5 minutes now, and all of a sudden he's like, I'm gonna play. He's still a bit hostile there, but I definitely think human presence near the tanks plays such a huge role on the dominance when the pairs are together. Like if there's a pair in the fish room breeding, I'll actually turn the lights off, and like I'll just have a slight crack in the door. And if you see my fish room, generally my breeding pairs are in the first tank in the room, so I can actually look in through the door and watch them breed without them seeing me. And it definitely makes a huge difference. I think maybe if you've got a breeding tank in a lounge room with people around, you might even want to think about putting a blanket over it, or just, I don't know, there's lots of different ideas, but I definitely think humans in the room can create aggression that's unnecessary when breeding them. So if you do have them in a living room or a family room, maybe dabble with the idea of putting a black sheet over the tank. I don't think it would have any negative effects, if any, besides the fact that it'll be hard for you to see what they're up to. What else can we talk about this? You can really see on the left there, that filter. If you caught yesterday's video, or the day before, sorry, we're really getting some serious flow down through those filters now. So I'm hoping the tanks do look a lot cleaner. You'll see in this video there's a bit of dirt there. I actually vacuumed this tank the day of taking this video, I think. And these waterfall tanks are kicking my bum. I've been vacuuming them twice a week and they just look like crap. I honestly kind of want to get rid of them. So basically, I don't know if I actually told the members yesterday, but so this batch is fertile. It's F3. So they've both got a nice script, so that's a good trait to take from it. He's got really good purling, which is what I want to take from it. He looks like he's going to have good cock development, but obviously he's still a bit young for it to be full baller. The biggest problem with this pair, and I'm willing to admit it, just the lack of red. I really don't like the lack of red between these two. The only good thing is the boy has the really strong rich red through his gill plate. So my two traits that I'm going to be looking for in F3 is full head coverage and some more solid red. I do have another pair, F1 and F2. You guys have seen it, I think. I posted them on Facebook as well. The two short bodies, the male and the female. If I breed that pair and I get an F3 batch from them, that batch will take priority of this batch just because the parents are much nicer. I don't know if I'm going to keep this batch yet, and basically at this stage, if you guys aren't up to date, I've got a F2 batch in the 8-foot fish tank. If I end up with a couple of batches of F3, and also I've got another pair going, I will actually be culling the F2s, because I think at this stage F2 might be a bit of a step backwards. Alright guys, what did you think of that? I can't really comment on it because I haven't seen the footage yet, but I'm hoping my commentary was pretty good. I don't know whether my commentary will be on the fly. Maybe I watched it first and then I did the commentary after. Who knows? Drop a comment, let me know what you think. I just wanted to get some footage of that because it's a bit different. I've never seen a pair act like this before. To touch wood, I've actually had pretty good success. They either try to kill each other and I separate them, or they breed. I've never had this like in between, kind of not hurting each other, especially when the girl has her tubes that far down. But anyway guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe for more, hit that little red button, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.